Hey everyone, so I have this completely unscripted rant that I want to get on here and talk about how INFJs and INFPs are the most lonely people on planet Earth. So I did a poll in my community tab. I did a post where I asked everyone how many friends they have. And it's absolutely heartbreaking to me to hear that about 95% of you said you either had no friends, one or two friends, or maybe just a few friends. And only like 7% have said that they have several friends. And I'm willing to bet that that was probably our beloved ENFPs and ENTJs and ENTPs that are on the channel. But the majority of the people in the dueling personalities community, like I think probably about 90%, are INFJ, INFP, and then everybody else is the other six intuitive types. So, why are INFJs and INFPs the most lonely people on planet Earth? Well, this is my take on it, and I want to hear your take on it as well. We are in a constant push pull between wanting to be alone, needing to be alone, and wanting to have friends. But it's more complicated than that. INFJs and INFPs are in the idealist temperament. So people that we would consider friends, or let me re-say it, people that we would not consider friends, other, real friends, true friends, other personality types would say, oh, that's my real friend, right? But we're idealists. We have high standards, and most of us have been hurt, and we have trust issues around friends. And so to us, a real friend is someone who really gets us, really understands us. Like the bar is really, really high for what actually constitutes a true friend. If I were to ask those very same people in the community tab, how many acquaintances you have, I'm sure the overwhelming majority of you would say that you have many acquaintances, right? Like some of you have probably hundreds, even thousands of quote friends on Facebook, but only a very small handful of people that you actually consider friend. And so here's what I want to say to you, INFJ, INFP. Don't be afraid to love. Don't be afraid to be vulnerable. Don't be afraid to share your heart, and take an inventory of the people that you know that you consider only acquaintances, and be willing to just consider the possibility. All right? I'm not telling you what to do, but be willing to consider the possibility that these people that you see as just an acquaintance are actually trying to get to know you, and they want you to open up and be vulnerable, and they are willing to go the next step in being a real friend. And I know it's hard to break down the walls. It's hard to be vulnerable and to open up because of how many times we've been hurt. But just keep in mind that our idealism can be a double-edged sword. What I'm saying is, I'm not saying don't have boundaries and be careful. I'm saying realize that in your mind, you say, okay, this person is not a true friend, or they're just an acquaintance, but understand that perhaps your idealism or your perfectionism or some other aspect is preventing you from accepting that in their eyes, you are a lovable, acceptable person, that they deem you and consider you to be a true friend. Those are my thoughts. There are no right or wrong answers. Totally open discussion. Share with me your take on this. My heart goes out to you. I am also one of the ones who considers myself to have very few true friends, and so I understand exactly the dynamic here. But I want to open the comments up to hearing your perspective. I love you guys. Have a blessed evening. Hit the like button and subscribe. Talk to you in the next video. Take care.